Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHIM, RICANS. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim and Akwath out there who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. In today's topic, I want to go into basically being seduced by strange doctrines. Okay. Now, firstly, this is the inspiration from that I got to do this video. GMS narrator SC7 did this video, okay, and basically in the video, which I'm gonna let it play for a little bit. In the video, there was someone I believe was from Watchmen for Israel and did the hidden colors and hidden enemies documentary, which I think they took down. Yeah, they probably took it down. But he did a documentary, like a 6-part documentary, basically saying, it basically, summed up all of what the Hebrew Israelite movement, as well as who our enemy is. And the same guy who I guess was the lead in that, the lead pusher or whatever for it, he I guess fell out of his camp, and then I guess he started to go learning from other doctrines. And the reason, the thing that I wanted to add was my experience and my anecdote on that, because before I came into this truth, I was learning Islam. I was about to say Israelite. I wasn't a Muslim, but I was learning about Islam and whatnot. So because of that, I do have a slightly bigger pool of knowledge into Islam than most others. But at the same time, there's another side to it as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this video play, and then I'm gonna go into more than just that and others, because let's just let this play first.
Don't you find it funny that a little nigga that just found out he was an Israelite, was dumb as yesterday, but just found out he was an Israelite, would tell you that you a bug out for reading other books, when him or the nigga that told him that never even read the book in the first place?
Brothers tell you that camp doctrine doesn't exist, but it does. Camp doctrine is only reading certain books that fit their doctrine. Camp doctrine doesn't evolve. You have to stick with the One West teachings. And if you have a different thought or idea, you're immediately branded as a bug out, which makes others afraid to even say anything or think anything.
Alright, Akim. I told brothers that I was going to share with them the books that I had and the ones that I just got. Alright, so y'all already know about these, the Book of Enoch, Prayers for Difficult Times, them like the basics, stuff like that. 4 Blood Moons, Who was Esau, Edom, these timeline books right here that help you able to see exactly when things happened and whatnot. Got the Zohar, but I'm just going to read all of these before I even get to that. Alright, so here we go. Alright, the Gnostics and their remains, the Gnostic Gospels, the Apocalypse of Baruch, and the Assumption of Moses. Worlds Beyond the Poles, the Fourth Part of the World, the Apocalypse of Abraham, the Apocalypse of Elijah, When Giants Were Upon Earth, the Kabbalah and the Power of Dreaming.
Sluck, I just want to make one thing, quick statement. If Moses had, because I also heard that someone was saying that Moses added to the law. How could Moses add to the law if the Most High was literally like guiding him virtually every step of the way, if not every step of the way? And also the Most High killed Aaron for going off and making the the golden calf. So why wouldn't the Most High kill Moses if Moses was actually going off? So a lot of these people are just pretty bugged out. But yeah, they're making books out of it as well. So let me continue. Let me let this continue.
To know what it be like or why we dream what we dream. The third book of Enoch, the second book of Enoch, the first and second books of Adam and Eve, the Apocalypse of Moses, the Sword of Moses, an ancient book of magic, ancient book of Jasher, ancient book of Jubilees, Isis Unveiled, the Urantia book, the lost books of the Bible, great rejected texts, Testament of the 12 Patriarchs, the history of ancient America anterior to the time of Columbus, Testament of Solomon, and the Negro, a beast, or in the image of God. So I got these books. It's gonna be a long year reading these. I'm gonna discern myself. I'm not gonna let another man tell me not to read. And you know, like I said, when you watch television, you kind of gotta chew out the meat and spit out the bones with what they telling you on there. So it's the same thing as reading a book. So if you got a very solid foundation with the scriptures, then you should be fine. But take your time with it. All of these coincide with the Bible. So, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get it in and read and do what I need to do to get my understanding, because we're supposed to seek the Most High with all our heart. So I don't believe he.
Okay, so let me get this. The thing is, I partially understand when he says he doesn't want to let another man tell him what to do and what not to do. Because yes, in a way, there are some times where you can be led astray, but at the same time, he mentioned that he has a solid foundation, okay. But he said he has a solid foundation, so he thinks he can know what to chew the meat and spit out the bones. The thing with that is a very prideful thought process, okay? Because that's a very prideful thought process, because he's basically thinking like, okay, well, I can't be bugged out. I can't be deceived. Okay, I know enough that I know everything. And I can know when I'm being deceived or being led astray. Okay, when that is not the case. Hold on. Okay, firstly, let me just read these before I just keep on adding more. But Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. So, beautiful. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Meaning that, meaning that when you are, if you're full of yourself, you think, oh, nothing's gonna happen. Haughty, arrogantly superior and disdainful, thinking that he thinks that, oh, I can't be bugged out. I won't let myself get bugged out, when it's not you that will allow yourself to be bugged out. It's if the Most High will allow you to be bugged out, if you won't be bugged out. Because like I said before, me personally, before I was in this truth, I followed, I didn't follow, but I was learning Islam. But I never followed, I never truly believed, like, I just thought, okay, whatever, I just have to do this, because, I had to go to an Islamic school or whatever. So that's basically what I had to go through. But at the end of it all, I didn't follow it, okay? And that's a result of the Most High, I don't want to say lucky, but I guess in a sense it's lucky that the Most High I'm lucky that the Most High chose me to not be swayed and not be led astray by that doctrine. Okay, but Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. But we are bound to give thanks always to Yahweh for you, brethren, beloved of the Most High, because Yahweh hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. So now, you're already very blessed for the Most High to choose you to be able to receive this gift. But for you to think, okay, you know what? Well, I want to seek out more knowledge from other places. But how are you going to? How are you going? Why would you go? It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a really good parallel. Like, you're going to what's the word? I guess you're going to Esau, Edom, to learn about the Israelites. That's basically what it is with all these freaking book. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend like I know any of these books. I obviously I heard of like Jubilees, of freaking Jasher, but I never really read those books. I just don't think, you know, I personally don't think now, after I came to the truth and I come to the understanding that, you know, it doesn't matter if you think you're solidified in this truth, any of us, okay, can be, you know, led astray very, very easily. Like that, you can be sifted out with the greatest of ease. Okay. Luke chapter 22 verse 31, and the Most High said, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Okay, so this is one of the things that is you know, that it's under the disguise of you wanting to seek knowledge, but in actuality, you know, it's just a way to make you get bugged out. Honestly, you think that you're learning, but you're not. Okay, 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 7, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Okay, so you're going to be learning all these things, like you're going to go to college, you get a college degree and whatnot, but is that going to help you? Like, for example, is a college degree going to help you during Jacob's trouble? Is a college degree going to help you receive salvation? Is a college degree going to is going to validate you with the Most High, or make you valid with the Most High? All right, that along with, you know, just going after reading literally any book that even remotely mentions something that's biblical. Okay, suck about that. But what was I saying? I was saying there was a anecdote. I was going in an anecdote. I was talking about how there was I went to learn about Islam, and throughout all those years, because I was there for multiple years learning about it, and throughout all those years, I did hear, you know, a lot of strange things that were very questionable. Okay, like it didn't really make sense. Number one, it also seemed like pretty easy. It seemed like, okay, well, like it's like what's the word? Get into heaven free. Like basically, one of the things that I heard was a lot of times that they would just say that it's very easy. They didn't say that, but the things that they were saying made it seem like it was so easy to get into heaven. Like one of the things that they said was, if you memorize the Quran, then you can take 7 people with you into heaven. So yeah, like, okay, Slacky, that's pretty funny, because like, so say for example, I memorize the Quran, so that means that I can take 7 evil ass people into heaven. And this was before when I perceived there was a heaven and there was a hell, like separate places, and so yeah, like I was like, okay, well, like that's pretty easy because at the time, on top of there being adults that were memorizing the Quran, that couldn't memorize the Quran for the most part, there were also a lot of children my age at the time that also memorized the Quran. So like the number of people that memorized it was like substantial. Like it looked like they could take, it seemed like for the most part they could take like half the population of the earth into heaven. Like that's basically what it kind of seemed like. So I'm like, like, so what's the point of all this? Like, and with all these things that they were saying, like, it just, like, there's no real need to like try to be a good person when all these things just say, okay, well, you're just gonna make it to heaven because of this. But they kept on stacking more and more things, because there was, I don't remember all of them, but there was more and more things that would just get you into heaven for free. Like that's basically what it was. So like that's, with that in my mind, I was like, okay, this kind of doesn't make sense. And on top of that, during my time believing in Christianity, I also thought, like, okay, so like, is that real? Like, just okay. So if let me say I Googled, what do I need to do in order to get into heaven? Okay, I was like, okay, so blah blah blah, and then I guess they said they showed some verse that said I don't remember what the verse was, but basically don't, okay, oh yeah, let me get it. So okay, oh perfect. Here, this is what I Googled, and not exactly this, but this is what I Googled, and I found out: do not kill, do not commit adultery, do not kill. Okay, so I was a kid at the time, like, okay, that's easy. I have never killed, and I don't intend on killing. I'll just never kill. Do not commit adultery. Okay, I never intend on doing that. Even surprisingly, well, I guess not really, whatever. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just never, have sex with another man's woman. Do not steal, or do not steal. Okay, I won't steal. Well, yeah, obviously, I mean, sometimes kids steal and whatnot. But the adultery thing, even there was also the time of homosexuality when it was first being legal. I was against it, and I didn't know that there was a scripture that said, don't sleep with another. I didn't know about Leviticus, how it said a man shall not lie with another man as he does with womankind. So there was that, and I just thought, okay, I still think it's wrong, whatever. So in my spirit, I was like already against it. All right, and then do not steal, yes, but I just, at that point in time, I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just not going to steal anymore. I was old enough to establish in myself never steal. And then do not bear false witness, or I guess lying. So then I just thought, okay, yeah, I do lie a lot, but I'll just work on it. I'll just try to lie less. And as pretty, for the most part, I did improve a bit during that time. So whenever I got in trouble, I would always just if it was serious, I would just tell the truth. But outside of like serious situations, I would oftentimes lie. Like, I guess whenever it's not serious, I would lie, but when it's serious, I would own up and tell the truth. Do not defraud. I don't know what is that supposed to mean. Where's the scriptures on this? Honor thy father and mother. So I try to honor. Oh, damn it! I try to do my best in honoring my father and mother. Commit. Don't. Slakia. So he said, thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness. Damn it. Honor thy father and mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Oh, so this person was obviously, Esau fucking lying all the time. So basically, don't kill, don't commit adultery, don't steal, don't lie, don't honor your father and mother, and then love thy neighbor as thyself. Okay, so with all that, I thought, okay, that seems pretty easy. So like, is that really like all that's needed? Like, is it really that easy to get into the kingdom? But with that, for the longest time, I guess that I just had to accept that, and I didn't really, have much other direction than to, try to be, a good person. So, I guess, like that it didn't really change me. Okay, it didn't really change me, but that's because I guess the Most High still needed to lead me down that in the right path, and I'm very grateful that the Most High led me to coming to this truth, so I can see and have a better understanding that it's not just this. There's so much more that is expected of us. Okay, we have all the commandments. We have preaching this word. We have studying to show ourselves approved, and endure, as well as enduring through this captivity, and accepting our punishment for us going off. Okay, it's not a free ride. There's a lot that we need to do, and I'm grateful that I am able to now spend a lot of my time in doing that, because another problem with him doing this is the fact that he has to read all that. Okay, that's going to take up a lot of time. So what do you think he's going to be doing during that time? Okay, like what do you think he's not going to be doing during that time? He possibly is going to run out of time to, or not have a lot of time to put out videos or preach this gospel. Okay, so that's another thing to remember. If you're spending all your time on something else because you think something else is important, then which is another thing, a part of this truth. Brothers have said many a time, you have to be able to constantly put out this work. Okay, don't if you have to get another job or whatever, that's what you have to do. All right, and we try to maneuver through this life and and prioritizing this truth over everything. Okay, but sometimes like keeping the Sabbath is going to be hard and whatnot. But outside of that, the second anecdote is there's someone I know that was told to go in and learn about Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, and they were told, learn about it, don't follow it. Okay, so basically the same way that I was supposed to learn about Islam, they were supposed to learn about Jehovah's Witnesses, but the difference is they actually got sucked in, and they're stuck in it even today. Even today, even after I spoke to them, even after I, showed them, okay, this doesn't make sense in Jehovah's Witness doctrine. You need to, you're wrong you're wrong in following this. They still stick to it because they've been in it for. Well, it's not. It doesn't even matter that they've been in it for so long. It's just the fact that they have I show them, hey, this doesn't make sense in the Jehovah's Witnesses thing, and then they're like, okay, well, whatever, and then they don't really like. Okay, well, I don't want to be disingenuous, but yeah, they think it over. They try to come with a response, but at the end of it, the response is not like sufficient enough of an answer. Okay, not to me, and I know deep down, not to them either, because what they say is literally not enough, and it's the one of the main things is let me get it. Jeremiah 31. Behold, Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Not according to the covenant I made. Okay, well, basically 31. The house of Israel and the house of Judah. So now, there's the fact that there's a new covenant, because there was the old covenant which was made with Moses and the Israelites that were delivered out of Egypt, and then there's a new covenant that Yahweh said he's going to make with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So bloodline Israelites, okay? And then Slakia, I don't Slakia, it's kind of funny. It's pretty funny. But let me get this out then. It comes down to who are the spirit. We're all spiritual Israelites now. Like, I'm sorry, I don't wanna laugh at this, but here, Romans 9 verse 24. Even us, whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. Okay, so I don't want to go too much into it, but basically, like, this, I guess this is part of how people, literally not just him or anyone, but just people in general, try to say that it's not, the Most High is not only dealing with Israelites, he's dealing with everyone now. But if you look down, it says, as it says in OC, and if you look in OC, it goes into Hosea, which Hosea talks about the fact that Hosea, who had a kid with another nation, those children who are Israelites by blood, okay, would go and become non-Israelites, and then this is where it is referred to as they are called Gentiles, but they are going to be called Israelites again. Okay, so that's what it's dealing with, and obviously explaining that, it just comes into even more things. Okay, because in Revelation, and this is the last thing I'm going to go into. I'm going to get back into the thing. Where is it? If there are spiritual Israelites, okay, what tribe does a spiritual Israelite go? How do they determine what tribe they're in? Okay, and the thing is, there is literally no world. There's no scripture. There's no world that there's no scripture for anyone in this world, on this earth, that can show you where a spiritual Israelite gets his tribe from. Okay, like, it really goes to show. And when you show some stuff like this, like they really just they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. Like they just don't know. Okay, so Slakia. That all comes from when I used to watch Sakari. I really think it's I think it's funny in my opinion. Slakia. I don't want to make light of the situation because, you know, brothers and sisters in this truth are literally they're literally falling into the snare that is, you know, these false doctrines, and it is sad. It's pretty sad. So let me see. Well, I mean, that's fine. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 9. Be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines, for it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein. Okay? It is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meat. So he was talking about, he wants to go and eat, what's it called? Chew up the meat and spit out the bones. Okay? But look, it's a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meat. Okay, don't go seeking the meat of other doctrines. Okay, it's not, that's not for us. And like I said before, if you hear something like like how people hear, the giants, of course that makes sense with the giants or whatever, and then that just leads them to fall out of the truth. Like, then this is clearly not true because I believe that this X, Y, and Z. But then, you know, obviously, you know, it's because they fell out. They were seeking information from elsewhere, okay, which led to that, you know, that fallout, which is Satan trying to sift us out. Okay, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein. So it's the meats don't profit you for, you know, those meats aren't profitable is what I meant to say. Yes, it's probably good to know. I'm not gonna say it's not good to know, you know, certain things and how to counteract certain topics. Because for me, for example, because I was in it, I was learning about Islam. I know a few certain things to disprove Islam. Okay, basically I know only one thing. My brother knows a lot, and that helps us when we're like talking, if we ever talk to a Muslim. But outside of that, it's really it's not really needed. Like, it's not our main focus. All right, I will admit, yes, it helped. I did get to use. We both got to use it at least once or twice before, or if not more. But overall, it's not something that is really like, because like right now I haven't used it. I used it very early on, like 3 years in. But outside of that, I haven't used it again. I just never got another chance. Okay, so Amos chapter 3 verse 3: Can two walk together except they be agreed? So with the whole matter of him getting either kicked out, or if he left, I'm not sure. That's where the divide comes in. Like, we can't walk together if we can't agree. We all have to have the same mindset, and this also goes into having the same mindset as a nation of people, because there's oftentimes Edomites that are saying, what's wrong with this black person thinking a different way? Why are you guys trying to police how each of you think? But the thing is, say for example, if one of us thinks, okay, we need to work on quote unquote black issues or Israelite issues, and another one says we need to work on quote unquote white issues, so then like that's not someone that I want. That's not something. Slaki, that's not someone that I want to walk together with, because they don't have our interests at heart when we are at the bottom. So that's the divide. That's the problem. We need to think together. We should all be thinking, we need to get out of here. We need to get all the Israelites, all the elect sealed. We need to get do our part in order to be delivered. That's what we need to have in our mind. All right, we can't be thinking, okay, what do we do to make Esau love us more? Like, no, that's absolutely wrong. That's not helpful to us. All right. So, with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem YAHAWADAH. Double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. You know, don't be led astray by these strange doctrines. Keep an eye out. Just don't worry about these other books. Don't worry about these other things. Focus on yourself, because I guarantee you're not as learned. You may be more learned than me. You may know more scriptures than me, but at the same time, like, there's still more for you to learn. You need to keep on studying, and if you're not studying, then you should be teaching. All right. So with that, I want to say shalom.